It is December 17th. Michael Vaughan with Lee Barker. Lee, you're back from Val-d'Or, where you closed the deal with Eldorado. Before we get into the details of the deal, tell me how it came about. How did you introduce the project to them, and what happened next?
Well, we presented this project to Eldorado last June during the summer. I contacted their senior executives who I'd had a previous working relationship with, and I was directed towards their exploration staff in Val-d'Or. Contacted them, and I arranged to show them the project and, of course, the drill core, which we'd just recently completed the drilling program.
Well, they've had a great success up there.
They have. They've been operating in now the Sigma Mill and the Lamaque mine for the last few years, and they've increased the reserves at Lamaque. They did a great job modeling the geology there. And with their exploration, they've actually have over 1 million ounces of resources now in reserves at Lamaque, and that's a big success for them. And they're very, very competent technically. They do a great job of looking at data, understanding it, and then predicting where they're going to find new mineralization.
Well, you marched them into the property, showed them the drill core.
Yes, they actually acknowledged after this visit, and having gone through all the drill core and all the intersections with gold in them that we saw, and had found that they felt there could be a large deposit on this property, and it was unrecognized basically by previous operators.
Mm-hmm. Now the deal itself, give me the fundamentals.
Well, basically Eldorado will take on all the responsibilities of the existing option that we had to the prospectors who vended the property to us,
yep,
which is the exploration costs, the cash payments, and the obligation to pay a royalty. And then on top of that, they have given us back $150,000 cash to reimburse us for part of our exploration costs. We will have the option at their decision, of course, to participate in a joint venture, a 25% participating interest, or they can buy us out, yep, for $1.8 million plus a cost of living allowance to that time. And then we have a 2% royalty as well, which they can buy half of it out for $2.5 million. Now, that basically means that we could get as much as $4.3 million cash, plus a little more on the cost of living adjustment, plus we would have a residual royalty of 1%. And that's a net smelter return royalty, which is off the top, of course, from production.
Well, what you've done there, I mean, you've got a model there, and it seems that you're trying to repeat that model up by Kirkland Lake at Matachewan on the old Harry Oaks stuff.
Well, that's correct. You know, our objective in both these projects is to identify potential resources or gold reserves that would be of interest to a local operator.
Yeah.
And in the case of Val-d'Or, we have identified Eldorado with the Lamaque and Sigma Mill operating as the most logical one, the closest. Mm-hmm. And in the Matachewan area, of course, we have Alamos Gold, who have the Young-Davidson mine operating less than 3 kilometers to the south of the Oaks leases.
Now, you told me last time that you were going to do a magnetic survey.
Yes, that's correct. We did a drone magnetic survey over the 3 lease claim area with a larger area covered. It was completed in 1 day. We had the data in 2 days later, and it actually did do the job that we wanted it to. It's located a significant magnetic anomaly. It's a magnetic low associated with the Oaks shaft, mm-hmm, and the drill holes there that we know got some decent results, plus shown where the diabase dikes are quite accurately. And that's given us a good database now to do more work on the property from.
So raise some money, go drilling?
That's what we'll do, exactly.
All right. Before we close up, is there any news from VRB Energy?
Yes, VRB has been very diligently pursuing a low-cost source of vanadium.
Well, they weren't selling batteries because they didn't have low-cost vanadium.
Well, that's correct. The price points are too high, and they can't compete with the low-cost lithium guys, even though their technology is more favorable for large-scale units.
Sure.
So they appear now to have located a low-cost source of waste in Asia that is very high-grade in vanadium, and they've located a processing plant that has done some test work and shown that they can get the vanadium out economically. And the plan appears to be that they will take a large ton a large tonnage bulk test on that material in the near future and hopefully announce something. But that would put them in the position to be very competitive price-wise with a low-cost source of vanadium.
3 important new pieces of news here at the end of the year.
Yeah, and I'd like to take the opportunity, Mike, to wish everybody a happy holiday season, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all the things that other people celebrate at this time of the year, and wish everybody a prosperous, healthy, peaceful, and happy new year for 2020. We look forward to moving forward.